outsource paid content to bring in quality content?
Not at the eventual like yet. I mean, I'm still, I'm ramping up, but these guys are big established media conglomerates. Can't bring them.
One of the approaches we've taken with freelancers is we operate a lot of ghost sites, other than where we'll find somebody that we like to work with as a freelancer, and we will set them up with their own site, and then we'll monetize their site through advertising on that site. So rather than paying them, $20 a blog post or some crap like that, we say, hey, we're going to help promote you and promote your work through our distribution channels, and that way you can monetize it. And we actually take the next step where we don't actually own the site we set up for you. We actually let you own it. We have a bit of a contract of how the revenue is going to work for a period of time, but I'm a writer. I like writers. It's tough out there, and part of why we started as a collaboration was to find a way that writers can get out there and get in, be seen and be read. And so we've taken sort of the collaborative approach. I mean, one of the most impressive media models, in my opinion, is the Huffington Post. They have 15,000 registered users. They have 1 million hits a day, and 20 people get paid. and it's like how we're trying to take a bit of that model and into the outdoor world, and get all these. I mean, because we have access to all the really good writers, even though we're a smaller media brand. And they get sick of the big guys and waiting a year and a half to get paid at times. And we're trying to figure out a way where we can be honest with them and say, hey, you've got to do your part too, but I think together we can promote each other.
Yeah, and sorry for misunderstanding that, but it's too early. One of the things that I'm most inspired about is the ability to collaborate. And so part of my model is I'm looking at things that these revenue-generating sources and sharing with people who are helping build it. So I don't have revenue to pay freelancers, but I do have the ability to work with people and say, okay, we're going to work on this together, and we're going to share it. And we're both going to benefit from it. We're both going to put ourselves into it. And I love that about this platform, how we can all come together on an ad hoc basis for things. And we're not so tied down to one brand. I think I find it incredibly inspiring, and the ability to make your own destiny with that. So.
And I was kidding. We have seen a distinction in terms of traffic based on the quality of content, and the best quality content, whether it's photography or some other form, gets more eyeballs. Generally speaking, there are bizarre things like how to start a fire with your cell phone videos that are absolutely budget and go nuts for whatever reason. But take slideshows for instance. Better photos bring more traffic to slideshows, and so that's something that we will pay for. And the budget is not as big as the print budget, certainly, because the print revenue is still 8 times what the web revenue is. But if this trend continues, those budgets will get bigger, and we'll pay better and pay more, and it will inch up, and we'll always, I think, as a content producer, as long as we believe in the idea that content, quality content, we're going to pay for it because we need people like you to be around to produce that content. We know we have to invest, in you, people like Steve, good writers, because if you don't get paid for your photography, you're going to disappear. We're not going to have that stuff there, and yeah.
Any other questions? You can way back, yeah. Speak up.
I just kind of have a thought on revenue generation as far as publications go. Is there any discussion around search engine optimization? And let's say, Backpacker Magazine posts a story about a particular piece of gear capture that and to then be somehow accountable to, you know, you owe a little bit to Backpacker for helping you writing search optimization, which we've proven often translates into sales. It's a good thing, but there's so much value in that. Is that a way for revenue generation?
So are you suggesting that when an Editor's Choice Award helps Backcountry.com sell, you know, a gajillion archived facts, that we should get a cut of that?
That's my budget.
Well, we care about SEO, but I think I can probably categorically state that we would never go there to that particular model. But you know, I think it's a good question for Drew maybe because you know, I'm curious what, you know, sort of the savvy PR and marketing firm would be doing, you know, with a situation like that. You know, are you doing something when you see a review hit to try to sort of remarket that?
Yes, I think that you know, using a variety of poor man's SEO tactics is exactly what we're trying to do. Moving it up along the channels. I mean, we're not monetizing that, but it's absolutely part of the puzzle. I think it's using all available forms of media distribution right now is the key. I mean, going one way, going all in on one thing right now seems like a very poor strategy. And being available and being cognizant and using every tactic that you have is the way to go. Anybody else? All right, you're officially late for your 9 o'clock. Thanks for coming.